Hi everybody, this is Angelo Quinones, and welcome to another table talk. And this is just as important to me because it has to do with my dear daughter Anna Devane. And the reason I'm getting into this here as basically a letter to RIZA, So I hope RIZA that you're listening to this is very important because it has to do with Anna. And the reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes it's hard to talk to my wife. She doesn't stay and listen to the whole conversation. She doesn't want to have a conversation with me to talk to me. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. So I can't take a chance that, well, if I talk to her about this very important topic about Anna, that she's going to stay and listen. She has a very short attention span, and that's not good when you want to talk to somebody at length. I'm not talking about like talk to her about an hour, but talk to her about like 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. She doesn't stay long enough for that, okay? And that's not good. So I'm doing it here. And so nobody can bitch and whine and complain, or witch and whine and complain that I didn't talk to her via this letter, because that's what I'm doing. Everybody, me and you, Riza, are going through a separation right now, okay? And I want to thank you for taking Anna and giving me a break, and taking Anna for about like 3 days of the 7 days, because, last year, basically, except for like the last few months or whatever it is, but basically, like, I don't know, 80% of the year, 90% of the year consisted of me taking care of Anna by myself, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 31 days a month, and almost the whole year. That has to stop because of two reasons. Number one, because of my health. Okay, right now I have a ball under my armpit because of the bloody things that I use. Those deodorant. I'm having a problem with that. Every time I put those, I have these little tiny like balls that pop up. It's just like if it's a mosquito bite under there, and I put that stuff on, it irritates it, and the ball gets bigger. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to use another sort of deodorant or something. That's kind of embarrassing to talk about. I never had a problem with that in the United States, by the way. Only here, because I have to start getting deodorant and I need powdered deodorant. I need white one, strong. So I mean, but that's not the only thing. That doesn't happen a lot. That only happens maybe once every couple of months or something. That's not really. It's just there's certain parts of my body that hurt. My hip hurts, my thigh hurts, my back hurts, my arm is getting better, but it hurts. And taking care of Anna, you need, to be okay, because then you're just going to get worse. You're never going to get rest. I love my daughter just as much as I put it like this, that I love my mother, my daughter, and my son more than anybody I ever loved in my life. Period. I love my mother, Nilda Husi. She's gone now to be with the Lord. And I love Anna, and I love Sean more than I love anybody in the world. And that's before a second marriage, and before the birth of hopefully more kids in the future. Then I could say that I equally love those kids, okay, whoever they may be. If I have 3 kids, Nilda, Angelica, and Angelo, or Angela and Angelo, I love those kids just as much as I love my kids, Sean and Anna, all equally. Okay, doesn't matter if they're first, doesn't matter if they're last, in between. You understand what I'm saying? It's good, and also so I can heal. I need time to heal. I mean, if I take care of her for 4 days, I can no longer take care of her 7 days a week, because I need to heal certain parts of my body that hurt. Sometimes it hurts like hell. The arm is getting better, the thigh is getting better, the back is getting better, only when I rest and take time off from carrying her, because she's always slipping down from the pillow. And she's 5 years old. She's not a baby anymore. She's not like a little tiny baby. I remember when I held her in her hand, she was like a toy. She was so tiny, like a little tiny 7-inch baby or something like that. She was very small and short. Okay, now she's big and luscious, and then she's just a big, beautiful, girl. Probably the most beautiful girl in Don Pedro. I mean, she's very beautiful. Even when Atian came here for the signing of some papers of my mother-in-law, she looked at her. She said, "Anna's very beautiful," and praise God, she is. She happens to be a special child, so she needs more attention. You don't get a lot of sleep, and they're learning that over there. What I go through, they're learning. You're learning that right now, Riza. What we used to go through when you used to be here, and what I go through more because I don't have any help over here. You're not here anymore. So you have your father, your mother, your Risker maybe, or Tantan was there yesterday, Jerome is there, and Godfrey is there, and even Sean is there to keep her company. I don't have that. Kathy probably comes like once a month or whatever. Okay, I don't have that. I don't have that luxury of having a lot of people in my house. You have like 7 people in your house, and I'm not complaining. I'm just talking to you. You have 7 people in your house, maybe including you, or sometimes 8. I don't know. I don't have anybody. Okay, so I'm taking care of Anna by myself, and I can't leave this house. So, on the 3rd, I give you Anna to so I can pick up my money, okay, and buy the babies the things they need to survive: food, milk, the things I need to survive, food and stuff for me, and whatever the case may be, and money to pay my bills to Katon and Mercy, which that's going to stop. Not the paying of them, but I'm not going to be getting anything more of Mercy and what do you call it? Amina, not Atiana, Katon, because I'm going to see if I could put that money for the birthday of Sean, or for a connection that I really need, because I need to get this refrigerator up and running, because Atian is inquiring about that, and so hopefully I could get that done maybe in March, maybe. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know how much I can save from here to that time. But I mean, it's gonna get up there. It's gonna get up there by at least May. I would say. So that's okay. I mean, it's already January the 5th. Okay, 2025. It's not 2024 anymore. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fine. The reason why, and number 2, is not only that I could heal, number 1, if I could get better, and my arm could get better, and my legs could get better, and my back, and blah, 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 whatever, starting. Okay, that's a good reason. But number 2, she has to get used to you guys. She wants to be with me all the time. That has to stop. What happens if I die one day, and there's no more Angelo here upon this earth? What she's going to do? What happens if I move? That's the thing. In either case, I move anyway. If I die or move, actually, okay, I move. The Exodus in Greek, right? Just when, a trip, you know what I mean? But forget about death for now. What if Angelo moves? Now, this is the thing that I want her to get used to, you guys, because this is the thing. When December comes, Lord willing, if God gives me life, I'm going to get a very big loan from Atian, and I have a choice. I have a choice to continue to build this house here and stay here, or, number 2, I can use the money and buy a house apart away from Don Pedro. Now, if I do the second one, I cannot bring Anna with me. Even though I want to, with all my heart, 100% bring her with me, I can't. Why? Well, I'm not going to have any help over there. And then when I want to go outside, there's nobody there in the new house away from Don Pedro to keep her company and to take care of her, unless I hire a babysitter or something like that. So she has to stay with you completely 7 days a week, 30 days in a month, unless I bring her over there and then bring her back like that, Okay? But she has to stay with you large portions of the month. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I'm not going to have any help right away when I move. It's not like I'm getting married tomorrow. You know what I mean? Okay? So she's there to help me out. And thank you for doing that, Riza. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for helping out my health. And thank you for agreeing to keep her, because, it'll be a surprise if you don't agree, because she's your daughter just as much as Mary is. Okay? She's your probably your last daughter that you're ever going to have. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're afraid to give birth. So she's probably, that's it. That your 5th child is probably your 5th child. Okay? You went through tremendous bleeding, okay, last time when you had Sean. So I know you don't want to have any more children, And that's the problem that we're having. You should have told me that you had this problem before, I got married to you and stuff like that. Because from the United States, I asked, I think you asked me how many children you want, and I said, oh well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know. And you said, okay, that's okay, that's okay. And then when I come here, well, it's not okay. You should have been more honest with me, but this is not argument time. This is just letting you know information of what's my plan. What is Angelo's plan? My plan is to finish this house. Plan A is to finish this house here and stay here. But this is the problem. If I finish this house here, that's good for Sean, but that might not be good for me in my marriage. Why? Because if I marry somebody, is that fair that the new person, whoever she's going to be, God willing, is going to be here 200 feet away from you? It's not fair. It's not fair for her. It's not fair for her to be looked upon like some sort of an intruder by the other rest of the family, and maybe looking up and down at her like, oh, this is Angelo's wife, and this and that. I wouldn't like to live in a place that I know my wife's ex-husband is 200 feet away. Okay? I wouldn't like that. So I'm not going to expect her, whoever she is, to live here next to you. And I say next to you because your mother lives 200 feet away and I live here. You understand what I'm saying? So even though that's not going to happen anytime soon, I have decisions to make before that loan comes, and thank God I'm not going to get any more loans until December, unless there's a family emergency that consists of me, Anna, or Sean in the hospital, and that's it. Has to be one of us three in the hospital for me to break into my plan and ask Atian for a loan. Or number two, that divorce was passed by the Senate and the president, having been passed by the House already. And I say, and I'll tell Atian, one of the reasons came in for me to break in and get a loan and to stop the plan of getting it in December, because divorce is right here, is July or is June or is May, and it's here, and I need cash. Okay? And if it happens around July or whatever the case may, let's say it happens in April, I could wait to maybe June and get a little money there. I don't have to get a divorce, like right away. But it'll be good to get it in July if it comes in May or April or even March. I mean, I'm surprised if it will, but it did pass the House by a vote of 129 to 100 and I don't know, 115 or whatever it was. So that's the only way I'm going to break into my plan and get money early this year in Jesus' name is those two things: sickness in the family that includes me and my kids only, because somebody can come to me and say, oh, well, my mother's sick, and she's not sick at all. She's not in the hospital at all. Oh, I'm sick and you're not sick at all. So I mean, it has to be me and my kids that are in the hospital, and it has to be a very serious thing, God forbid, for me to break in. I mean, if it's in the hospital for a cold or a flu or something that's not serious enough to get a loan, because hopefully I could save. Each month I'm going to be saving something anyway. And this month, for the first time in years, I'm able to save. I have money in the house over here. Okay, and I have to save for Anna's medicine that wasn't there yesterday or the day before, and I'm supposed to be receiving a call for her seizure medication when it comes in later this month or in the beginning of next month. So whatever we got, and next time I could just buy a couple of bottles but what I have here. So this medicine that she has here is only when she has a very, very bad seizure, not a mild seizure. So I'm going to be asking you, does she have a very bad seizure? Because if she doesn't, we need to save the medicine just in case she has a bad seizure. Okay. So she has to stay over there with you, and thank God that you're bringing her there to you guys with you, so I can get better, because I need to heal. I need to get better myself because I need to do things. I mean, I just can't get, stay hurt all the time and have pain all the time, and I have to look after myself, okay? Because I have things to do, I have water to get, I have to go out, and I need time to relax and go out and relax my mind and get exercise. And I just can't stay 24 hours a day, 365 years, 365 days in a year in a house. I can't do that. I didn't do that in the United States. I know I have kids now. I understand that. But one child is with you basically 80% of the time, and the other one, I need a break from taking care of my dear daughter Anna Devane. Not because she's too much or anything like that. It's just because I'm getting older and my body is I'm not gonna say breaking down, but it's not getting any stronger. It's just getting weaker like that. So I need a break. And thank God you give me a break. Okay. But what am I saying? She has to get used to you guys. She just can't be crying all the time if daddy's not there. She can't be. Once she gets off the bed to go to your house, she starts crying like crazy. That has to stop. Because if I choose to not live in Don Pedro, because I don't like living here anyway, there's an element of Don Pedro that I like. Sometimes it's quiet. When there's no parties, it's quiet, and the people are usually friendly, and you can leave the door open. This is the problem that I have. This is a dilemma that I can leave the door open over here, and I'm not afraid of anybody taking my things. I'm talking about. I'm afraid of people taking my money, like you coming in the house and stealing. But I'm not afraid of people taking my television or my luggage or my clothes or my electronics. I'm not afraid, and that's the problem. My mother said, be careful where you're going to move to, because what doesn't happen to you here may happen to you there. So that's a dilemma that I also have. What doesn't happen to Anna and me here may happen to Anna and me over there. Okay, it's going to have to be a very safe place, a place that has a very good reputation, and Atian can help me with that, find a house, and I'm going to pay her through the nose, believe me, to help me to find a house in a very good neighborhood, and nothing is foolproof in life and stuff like that, but at least something that has a good reputation and is safe and blah, 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 like that. But I'm not going to have any help right away. Okay, I'm not gonna get married next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be alone. If I choose to live alone apart from Don Pedro, and I want to do so to get my own house, okay, that's away from this area, and away from your family, because it's not fair for my new wife in the future to be near your family. Okay. I don't want people hating my new wife and looking down at her and talking about her and staring at her. She doesn't need that. Whoever she's gonna be, she's not gonna need. And I don't think she wants that. I don't think it's fair for her. I was telling Atiana the other day, that's not fair. That's not fair for our new bride to come into an old neighborhood where my ex is. That's ridiculous. It's like from the soap operas or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe South Korea. Okay, you understand? Because you see, I have to think about not only myself and not only Anna, but I have to think about my new wife, whoever she's gonna be. So Anna has to get used to you, because I might not be able to take Anna with me right away. Now, when I get married, right? Okay, when I get married, then I can say, something. You don't have to stay with Anna 24 hours a day, 7 days a week anymore, because I can get her, because my wife is with me. We just got married, and I could bring her to you. You could have her for if you want her 4 days, you can have her for 4 days. If you want her 3 days, you can have her for 3 days. If you want her for 7 days straight, you can have her. But as long as I get time with her, I'm fine with that. If you want her for 3 or 4 or 5, good. If you want me to have her 1 week and then you 1 week and me alternate weeks, okay, fine. If you whatever we decide like that, it has to be like that. Not that I get her like 1 day, you get her all the 30 days like that. The 30 days in a month you get her, and then I get her for 1 day. No, it has to be something that we talk about and discuss. Like, what we're gonna do with Anna, how many days she's gonna stay with you, how many days she's gonna stay with me. But I need, to really basically be married for that to happen. So I don't know when that's going to happen, because I don't know when when divorce is going to come to the Philippines, and I don't know if I could get married if I get a separation. So maybe it's just like I could bring her there like for 3 days, myself, and then bring her back, and then leave her here for like 10 days because it's gonna be hard to move her all the time, transport her in a tricycle or whatever. I don't have a car. So maybe she could be here for 10 days, and then I could have her for 5, and then she could be here for 10, and then I can have her for 5. So you can have her like 20. If I'm not married, you can have her for 20 days over here, and I can have her for, 5 days and 5 days and like that, 10 days a month, separate the 5 days, and like that. You can have her for 20. I can have her for 10 because it's only fair. I'm going to be there by myself. And then you're gonna be here with 7 or 8 people, whatever the case may be. And then when I get married, we could be like half and half. But I just wanted to discuss that with you because, that's why you just came at the door saying, "Do you want Anna now?" And thank you for at least coming and asking me, "Do you want Anna now?" And the plan was to have Anna on Sunday back over here, but I told RIZA, that no, because I went outside yesterday also. So when I went outside to go to Atian's office on the 3rd, and also yesterday on the 4th, on Saturday. If I didn't go, because they didn't and you know why? Because they didn't have the milk. And I didn't tell you that because you just left quick when I said no, and I couldn't, keep on talking to you because you're a person that, when you say something to, you just leave. I was going to tell you, well, it's because I have something, under my armpit. And not only that, if it was going to come to me, the milk wasn't available for the babies in Metro on Friday on the 3rd. So I had to go back, not to Metro this time, but I tried Gisano, and I got a lot of milk for a very good price. I mean, the whole bin, the black bin there is just filled all the way to the top. Thank God we're full. All the way filled up to the top. You can't eat, there's no more room. Okay? There's no more room. It's filled all the way to the top there, praise God. And it's not really filled up like that unless I get a loan. And I was able to do that, and I have money left over for Anna's medicine, for water, for gas, and for other stuff that I need on the side. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see. So I was going to tell you that, well, and she knows this, that yesterday I had to go out again. Why? Well, to get the milk from Anna from a different place. I wasn't going to try Metro again because I noticed that the Pampers are very much cheaper and the things are very much cheaper in Gisano. And I said, well, if it's not in Metro, then I have to go to Gisano anyway to check. So let me go to Gisano, okay, and maybe I don't have to go to Metro, and that's what happened. I got all the milk for the babies, okay, for the whole month yesterday. Basically for the whole month and even beyond, because I got some big bags and 4 big bags, but smaller than the other 2. And plus I got bags with cups in it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I gave you a cup and you a funnel and a glove and stuff like that for hot things and to pour milk in and to drink from. You understand what I'm saying? So she's gonna have to get used to you more and more and more and more and more, because daddy's not gonna be around. It's not that I don't love her anymore. It's not that I don't love my kids. It's that I have a house maybe to buy for my kids. I have to do things for my kids, and sometimes that means that I'm gonna be away in a new house, setting up things for Sean to take control of when he's 18 or 25 years old. Probably 18 years old. I'm going to put it because not 25, because at 25, I mean, God knows how old I'm going to be. You know what I'm saying? At least he gets control of the house at 18. I'll be around. Okay, hopefully anyway. So I want to fix this house over here, and I have dreams of fixing this house and stuff like that. But they got a dispute of the land, of the property, RIZA. You know that. They got a dispute of the land. Half of the Tapaya family is in court against you. The other part of the Tapaya family, we don't even know who's gonna settle the score. We don't even know who won. I keep on asking you, you don't know. I keep on asking Mercy, she doesn't know. So what the hell? I can't stay around, okay, and see who's gonna win this dispute, this property dispute in court. And I probably will be able to stay. I'll probably, if you win the case, I could pay your uncles and your father and stuff like that some money for the property or whatever. And then if they win, meaning Mercy's side, well, then I'm pretty sure she'll let me stay with Anna and stuff like that. I think they're fond of Anna, and Mercy's fond of me, and I'm fond of her also. And I'm talking about Mercy, the older person that sells the chicken in the morning. We know Mercy. Mercy, the one that's married, the one that's like 60 years old or 70 or whatever she is. Forgive me if Mercy's listening to this. I don't know her age. A very wonderful person and a very trustworthy person, and a person that I get chicken from, even though I'm not going to get any chicken from her and anything from Caton, because if Caton doesn't allow me to get the connection, well, I'm gonna have to save for the connection myself and get my own connection. Okay, way before December. I'm gonna have to probably do that like around June or May. So that means I'm not gonna be able to get things from the store credit wise, and that's okay anyway because I bought a lot of things anyway. I have to wean myself out of getting credit because everybody buys materials and stuff. I'm not talking about Mercy, but everybody buys materials and stuff like that, and I'm not buying anything. That has to stop, giving money to people. No, I'm going to buy the things that I need, okay, on the 3rd. And then if I need, gas and stuff like that, okay, fine. I'll go to the store, but get credit for chips and for candy and for cookies and for cake. Forget that. I got those $6,400 last month. That has to stop. And I periodically every month give her 5,400, 5,600, 5,300. The lowest I ever got to was this month of 2,667. Yeah, so at least I got down to that, and it has to get down to zero, basically, because I'm saving for Sham's birthday and probably not for the connection. So this is what I want to do, Riza. I want to stay here, but I have a choice also in December to move out from here. But I have to leave Anna with you guys, so she has to get used to you. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to take care of Anna, but she's your baby. You have to love your baby. You got a lot of help right there. I don't have any help, so you have to take care of the baby when I move from Don Pedro. And you don't have a choice because I can't take her with me because I can't go anywhere from my new house because nobody's going to be there to take care of Anna. No one. Your family's not going to live where I'm going to live. My friends are not going to live where I'm going to live, most likely, unless I get a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have that help. And I can't pay a babysitter every day. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could take her for 5 days. I could take her for 5 days here and then bring her back for 10. I could bring her back to my house for 5 days and maybe bring her here for 10. Or I could leave her for 10, bring her for 5, leave her for 10, and bring her for 5. And that's right there. That's 30 right there. 10, 5, 10, 5. That's 30. That's the whole month. You understand what I'm saying? Or leave her for... I'll leave her with you for 10 days. I'll keep her for 10. And then you can get her for 10. That means I get 20 days that I could do things, if I have to go out and shop or if I have to go to the store or whatever the case may be. I just can't leave Anna alone in my new house. She has to be supervised. Unless there's a store right downstairs, that I could just leave her upstairs and then go to the store and then come back right upstairs. It depends where I live. You know what I mean? So this letter to you is that, the main thrust of this letter, the main thing, Riza, and sometimes you don't stay around to listen. Not that you didn't stay around to listen, but, because I didn't plan on talking to you a lot at the door, because you just don't simply talk a lot at the door anyway. Okay, it's like you peek in and you peek out and that's it. Or even if you stay here and listen to me, it's only like a few minutes and your butt is right off we don't have a couch, so your butt is right off the bed and you're out the door. Okay, that's not good communication, and that's one of our troubles, that you don't know how to communicate. And in marriage, we have to communicate, especially when we have kids. We have 2 kids, and that's one special child, and we have to communicate. And if we don't communicate, we're not going to be on the right page. And if we're not on the right page, and our minds are not synced on the same thing, we're gonna make mistakes, and then we're gonna argue, and then we're gonna fight, and then for what? But she has to get used to you guys, and she's not used to you guys. Why? Because daddy takes care of her most of the time. That has to stop. What if I get sick and in the hospital? Then what? And then you guys are forced to stay with her for a whole month. God forbid. What if I die? God forbid. Then she's forced to stay with you guys forever. What if I have to move? And this is the thrust of this letter to you, RIZA, that you guys have to get used to her, man. I know it's hard, but it's hard on me also. I know it's hard when she cries all the time. I know it's hard when you have to get up from your bed and change her and move her and stuff like that. But it's much more easier for you than me, because I have to do all that stuff alone. Alone. I don't have Tantan over here. I don't have Jerome over here. I don't have Risker over here. I don't have Mama and Papa and Kathy and Risker to a lower degree. And I don't even have, a boy like a Godfrey just when you're working to stay with Anna and supervise her like that. Even though that's not really convenient. It's not really great, because some of these people, they don't know what to do milk for Anna. I have to pop in my head, and I don't go to your house no more over there. I don't enter into the house for nothing. I'm sick and tired of looking at the house that is dirty. I'm sick and tired of the arguments. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of that. And this is the year of me, separating myself more and more from you and your family. That's just the deal. So the main talk that I want to talk to you about is that you have to get used to Anna, like it or not. You're going to have to get used to Anna, because Anna's going to stay with you when I leave, if I leave. Now, maybe I'll complete this house for Sean, and then everything will be okay over here, and maybe the new girl won't mind. Okay? Maybe the new girl will be from here. Okay, anyway. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to marry anybody from no better. I really don't. I'm not saying that everybody's bad. I'm not saying that everybody is the same. No. But everybody here knows you. And everybody, it's, come on. I don't want that, man. I want something different. So if I marry somebody different, then that's not even from here, will she like me living next to my ex about 200 feet away? Hell no. So that means I'm going to have to probably move. What's going to happen to this house? I mean, I can sell this house. I can sell it, make some more money. That's what probably I'm going to do. I'm not going to leave you, RIZA, in this house so you could be with your new boyfriend or husband. Okay, let him buy his own house. Let him make his own house. I could probably sell this house, to somebody. I mean, probably for $10,000 or something like that. I don't know. But I'll probably sell it. You understand what I'm saying? I'll probably do that. Or maybe I can give it to Kathy, because her and Romanito are wants to build a new house. Maybe I can give it to her. I rather, there's part of me that wants you here with the babies, RIZA, you with the babies, because it's a better house to be in than the mess of a house that you have over there. That the doors are broken and the windows are broken and the house is dirty and the bathroom is small and there's no connection. Even though there's no connection, I could put one anyway for the kids. And that's you know what I'm saying? There's no refrigerator working and this and that and whatever the case may be. So I part of me doesn't want you here with a husband that didn't do a damn thing for this house. But then part of me is thinking about the kids and having you here, okay, with the kids in a place that they know. And there's no place like home, like the movie says. There's no place like home. Anna likes her house. She knows here. She likes here. She's used to over here. She's not used to over there. That's why she cries. But she's not used to anybody else except for me. That has to stop. Yeah, I'm just making sure this is recording. You know what I'm saying? That has to stop, though. That has to stop. That cannot be like that. Because when you have to take care of her, that she don't want to be with you. That has to stop. Anna loves her mother. Anna loves her daddy more than anybody. I mean, she loves me more than anybody. You know that. Just like Sean loves you more than anybody. You know, the son loves the mother, and then the daughter loves the father. I understand that. It's the same as you. You love your father more than your mother. That's for sure. I love in the latter stage. I love my mother more than my father. I used to love my father more than my mother at first, and then I changed to her, loving her more than him. You understand what I'm saying? Brian used to love Fernando, his son. He used to love Fernando more than his mother. That's just a natural thing. That's just a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? She has to get used to you. She has to get used to her mother. She has to get used to her Lola and Lolo, her grandmother and grandfather, and the kids over there. And you have help. I don't. Okay? I don't have any help. No, I don't. But like I said, you know, I could stay with her for 10 days out of the 30 days. And, you know, even though I'm not married, stay with her for 5. And you can stay with her for 10. I'll get her for 5. Or it could be like this. You get her for 10. I get her, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I could get her for 5. You could get her for 20. And I get her, or I could do it like this. I get her for 5. You get her for 10. I get her for 5. And then you get her for 10 because it'll be the 3rd. Like that. That's all. That's all. She has to get used to you guys. That's all there is to it. You have no choice. Because I have no choice. So we're not going to leave her on the street. We're not going to leave her on the street. She has to be someplace. She has to be taken care of by somebody. Somebody has to take care of that baby. The special child. And that's your child also. And if you have Sean over there, well, why can't you have Anna over there also? Well, because she cries too much? No. You have to learn how to make her not cry too much. You have to learn what makes her tick. I mean, I know what makes her tick. Sometimes when she's sick, she's going to cry. When she has teething, she's going to cry. But she's a very quiet baby. She's very quiet. And I say baby because she's a special child. She's 5 years old. I agree. She's not a baby no more. I understand. She's a young child. But usually, she's very, very quiet. When she's not sick, she's quiet. When she's not teething, she's quiet. She's a very quiet person. Very quiet. Something has to be bothering her, even, you know, that people are not making milk like they're supposed to for her. Or maybe the bed is dirty and it itches. Or maybe she's just uncomfortable. Maybe she don't want to lay down all the time and you have to get her up and sit down. Well, they say, there's 7 of you over there. Sometimes 5, sometimes 4, whatever the case may be. Take turns. Take turns during the night. Have an alternate thing. Like, okay, downtown, you get her for the first 2 hours. Okay, and I get her and then I go to sleep. And then I get her for the next couple of hours. And then, or your mother can get her for the next couple of hours after that. Everybody takes the turn. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be doing everything by yourself. If you're doing everything by yourself, you don't know what you're doing. Take turns. Alternate. Take shifts. Take shifts. Well, I'll stay awake for a couple of hours. I'll take care of Anna. And after me, after 12 o'clock, then you get her downtown for a couple of hours. And then like that. And then, Ma, can you get her for like from 3 to 5? 3 to 5 she'll be sleeping anyway, but you know, sometimes she's not. That's just all there's to it. That's as simple as that. Basically, that's my letter. I mean, that's my plan. My plan is to not to touch a dime, not to touch a peso until December. But if divorce comes, I'll get a loan. If I get sick or the kids only, then I get a loan. But if divorce doesn't happen, and if right away, if it's not passed right away during the middle of the year, or hopefully Anna and Sean doesn't get seriously sick, or myself, well, then I'm going to wait for the loan all the way to December. And that means that with that money, I can move. I have to make a decision of this house, who gets this house, and all this other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's just all there is to it. That's a decision I have to make, and thank God I have time. I have about 12 months to make that decision in the Lord. Who stays here? if I'm gonna go, if I all that stuff I have to think about. But I have to let you know that that's your daughter. That's you. You have to love your daughter. I'm not saying that you don't want to love your daughter. I'm not saying that you're bitching, whining, and complaining. But you didn't stay too much for me to talk to you. And I wasn't gonna talk to you this long. I could talk to you this long because I'm recording. I mean, it's already 30 something minutes. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost 40 minutes. I wasn't going to talk to you this long, but I could talk to you this long because you're not here. Anna has to be taken care of. And the only fair way to do it is to split the time. So that way, she could get used to you guys too. She has to get used to you guys too, because you guys never took care of her too much like that. Before, I'm the one who stepped to the plate and said, Riza, can you please just take care of the baby like 3 days a week or like that, and I can take care of like 4 days a week? You didn't say to me, well, Angelo, you know something, I know you're hurting, but so let me take the baby so you can rest your arm. I know your arm is feeling bad. I know your legs are feeling bad, or your back and like that. So let me take the baby. No, nobody told me that. I had to come with it. I had to come up with this plan of leaving Anna with you so you could take care of her for a few days a week only. I'm the one who made that. I'm the one who made that decision to bring her to you. Whatever happens, I wanna know that keep my daughter safe and everything, and be responsible. That's all. Be responsible how you leave her, when you leave her, that you tell the people if when she needs to be fed milk every 2.5 hours or every 3 hours or whatever the case may be. If she's sleeping, break into the sleep. If she's sleeping, like let's say from 1 o'clock all the way to 10 o'clock in the morning, don't let it be that she gets up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon without getting milk. You break into that sleep and you give her milk. You break into the sleep. If she gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning, don't say, oh, well, I don't want to wake her up because she's going to bother us by yelling and screaming. No. If she's crying, feed her. If she's not crying but moving around a little bit, okay, that you see that she's going like this with her mouth and wants milk, feed her. Take her a bath, clean the bed, make her happy, clean her shirt, change the shirt every day or every other day or whatever the case may be, and make her happy. That's all. That's all. Just make her happy. That's what I try to do all the time that she's with me. Okay? There's other things too. But that's really the gist of it, man. Y'all have to get used to, okay, Anna Devane in the house. She's just as much as family as anybody there. Anybody there. She's not less or no better than anybody, but nobody's less or more better than she is. The kids that you have, all 4 kids that you have, are not better than she is. Mary's not better than she is. Godfrey's not better. Oscar Jr. is not better than she is. You understand what I'm saying? Shauna's not better than she is. I don't love Shauna more than Anna. I love everybody the same. But with Anna, you have to have special attention with her, that she has to be supervised. I don't want her left alone in the house. I don't want her left alone in the house with a young boy. If her Lolo's there, fine. If Godfrey's there, that's fine because he's very young. He's only 10 years old. But if a teenage boy don't leave a teenage boy with my daughter. Especially with the door closed. Don't do that. I told you that I don't like that, and don't do it. You can leave her alone with a girl, but not with a boy. You're just a teenager, 14 years old, 15 years old. Don't leave her with a risker. Don't leave her with anybody else of that age. You understand what I'm saying? That's your responsibility. And make her happy. Make her happy. Sit down with her. Talk to her like if you were talking to me. That's it. Basically, that's it. That's the letter. I hope you take care of my baby. You have to communicate if you need something in the future. You have to call me. Don't say, oh, I'm always going to give you Pampers and stuff like that. Don't sell the Pampers. Okay? You sold my cell phone, so don't sell Pampers to get 20 peso. That's not good. I'm not saying that you do that, but just don't do it. Don't think about selling things of your kids. That's very, very evil. So I'm not saying that you're doing that, but don't do it. Because these things cost money, and these things are, rationed out. That I buy I buy for the whole month, but just because I buy for the whole month doesn't mean that they're not going to waste. Sometimes I'm short with the Pampers. Sometimes it's a surplus, or sometimes it's extra. So you have to respect that the kids things that's theirs. That's not to sell. That's not to give to nobody, unless unless it's the end of the month and you know that you can give somebody some extra Pampers because, oh well, there's 1 day left and there's 20 more Pampers. Yeah, you could give some Pampers away to people, not to sell them, but give them to people that need it. Just if you have a day left or 2 days left and you have 30 Pampers, if you want to give 1, 2, or 3 to somebody that doesn't need, yeah, that's a Christian thing to do. You have to let me know if Anna needs something to bring it from the house over there when I move. If I move, you have to let me know these things. You have to communicate. I'm not a mind reader and I'm not a prophet. You understand what I'm saying? You have to come to me and call me and say, yeah, I listen. I need you to come here because Anna needs more seizure medication. So you have to let me know when you're running out. Don't just run out and expect me to buy it, because sometimes they don't have it in the store. They didn't have it yesterday. Her medication. So that's basically the letter. I don't know what else I can say. I just be responsible with Anna. I'm trusting her to your care when I need to do so. I'm trusting her in your care these, 3 days of the 3 days out of the week. And that's only to let you know that to get used to it, because in the future it'll be much more than that. Like I said, it might be like 20 days of the month, and you have to put up with it. You have to figure out a way to get to know your daughter better, so that way you know how she ticks, how she operates, how she acts. And if you know how she acts, she's going to act because you know her and you're taking time to know her. Well, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to do things in order to get to know your child much better. So take care. God bless you, and I hope that you hold this to your heart. Thanks.